Good afternoon, this is Lily. I trust that you are well. Um, Following on my last video, I would just like to give you an update of what has happened to me so far after being diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia. When I did get the sad news, I was absolutely devastated. I had to let my entire body go through that experience of that pain, that anger, that disappointment of why is it happening to me? Why did I have to be diagnosed with this disorder? Because it's not something to joke about. It's not it's not something to laugh about. It's actually a serious matter. And my husband and I decided to take this further. Firstly, I could not see myself being locked in a room and being pumped with painkillers so that I don't have flare-ups or so that I can't lead a normal life. Firstly, I decided that I wanted change, that I wanted to be basically normal again, and that actually drove me to being where I am today. Uh, After taking a whole lot of medication, spending 5 days in bed with no food, but having these spasms rush through my butt, through my face, uncontrollably, sometimes lasting till 30 minutes, and then just getting exhausted and going to sleep and getting up again by this sharp electric pain running through my left side of my face. It carried on for 5 days. No painkillers, nothing would help. And it was during the festive time, so there wasn't anyone there, and there wasn't any doctors. Everybody was on leave, chiropractors were on leave. So I had to go through this. I had to go through this pain, the agony, the anguish, the stress, the trauma that my body endured was something unspeakable. I could actually feel it now, that every cell in my body reverberated with that pain. It was just, I was sharing it throughout my entire body. And I think this is what helped me to sustain myself and sustain myself until I could see a doctor, chiropractor, and all of that. And so it was from the 29th of January to the 4th of January. I was basically no food, no shower, did not even wash my face, took toothpaste and rubbed it into my mouth so I could feel a bit fresh. But if you're not eating and you're just having sips of water, there isn't anything in your body. So, your body can survive just with bare drips of water. And after going to the doctor and being put on medication, it helped me ease the pain. And from there, I made a decision that I needed to, everyone suggested see a neurosurgeon. And I decided against it. I didn't have a good feeling about it, so I decided I was going to go to my ENT specialist, someone who has helped me twice in the past with tremendous headaches. I went to him, and he suggested that I go to a physiotherapist and I go to my surgeon, my dental surgeon, whom I had originally gone to, and I had not gone to after the fall. So I went to the physiotherapist. The first time was very, very painful. The second time, after 3 visits to him, he suggested that I was all right. I'm able to cope with the pain, cope with my life and get my life back in order. The pain wasn't as intense. He gave me a lot of exercises to do, which has helped me tremendously. And I've been to the dental surgeon. He has done a 3D x-ray and has found that he has taken me off the medication for trigeminal neuralgia, and he's put me on just anti-inflammatories, and he's given me something just to calm down and to just learn to cope, let my body learn to cope with stress. And all of this, all of what I have just spoken about and going through all of this trauma and anguish and anxiety was through stress, through chronic stress, subconscious stress, which is so bad for the body. And during these trying times, I think we all are going through this stress and anguish, and we don't know where we're going to. We don't know what the future holds for us. And this may not. We may be able to cope every day, but someday we will have, it will go, we will have to kind of face that reality that stress is not healthy. It's a terrible, terrible, terrible disorder. So I decided a month ago to go on my healing journey. I am a yoga teacher, qualified yoga teacher. I teach an exercise called Nia. It's a dance exercise. I had just finished my second degree black belt in Nia dance, so that was quite an accomplishment. And I think all of that last year added up to the stress, the insecurities, the business, all of that just got to me. I had also been to a Chinese herbalist, acupuncture herbalist, that helped me with a detox portion, which I drank, and then after that I couldn't take it. After 10 days I had just, my body wouldn't accept it. So here I am. But what I'm doing this video is because I would like to teach you or show you what I have done to help me cope with grinding of teeth, because subconscious stress at night, you sleep and you grind your teeth because you're so stressed and tired, and it all plays up in your mind. So you start grinding and you grind away the bottom part of your teeth. Or if you've had dental work done, and there's a bit of a change in your mouth because the teeth have been it's changed. What has happened? Your mind starts working onto bringing it back to normality. So you file your teeth down, and that's what's happened to me. So I grind. I actually use a gum guard at night when I sleep. It's under my upper teeth, which I use. And I have become so aware and so conscious of my body and of how I handle my body. But nobody, you know, when somebody tells you about the Eiffel Tower, you see pictures of the Eiffel Tower, and you go and you see it and you can imagine it, but there isn't that emotional attachment of that Eiffel Tower. Whereas if you visited the Eiffel Tower, especially in winter, which I did, was standing in that queue for sometimes 2-3 hours. We stood in the queue. It got dark, it was cold, it was miserable. And then you climb up these stairs and you see the steel structure. You don't see this glowing, beautiful light. You're just cold, you're miserable. And just that heavy steel structure you can look up to. And there's hundreds of us visitors that wanting to see this beautiful sight. But when you're there, it's a beautiful feeling. But also comes that feeling for me, because it was winter, I had that emotional coldness and that feeling of how we were shaking, our teeth were gritting because of the cold. It's the same thing with trauma. If you go, whatever illness you have, you know, people can explain, they understand, you can have exercises, you can do whatever. But if you don't go through it emotionally yourself and let your whole body, your cell, your tissues all go through the experience, nobody is able to actually explain to you the feeling of that until you go through it. So for all those people out there who have gone through trauma in your life, irrespective of what the trauma is, I salute you, because you know what it's like to be tormented, to have pain, to have anguish. I have been there and I know what it's like. So I'm going to, in the next few videos, I'm going to show you, to start off, how I've got my face, started working with my face, my shoulders, to release the stress and anguish, just to help me cope. So yeah, so in my next, it'll be 4 or 5 videos I will do, but I will guide you through it. And it's simple exercises, half an hour of your day. I get up every day, 4 o'clock in the morning, half an hour of my day, I exercise. I do my basic exercises. That is my time to feel my body, to touch my body, to feel where I am in pain. So I'll catch you in my next video. Thank you for listening. Bye.